We'll see.
I have no idea how this works.
Let the chips fall.
So I will say that, sorry to Yahoo, because we just did a draft on their service, but I did read or see a headline in an article that I don't understand if it was a slow day in sports or this writer doesn't have anything better to do. But the article was wherein what would the NHL look like without hitting? First of all, I don't want to know, because then it's not the NHL. If anybody is bringing this stupid concept up to this, we need to stop it. We are getting very close and dangerously close to that South Park episode where they ruined football.
Oh,
okay?
Yes, Sarcastaball, yeah.
Sarcastaball, yes. No, do not take hitting out of hockey. I was upset when they wanted to limit fighting out of hockey. I think that fighting should be allowed in any sport. If two athletes want to go at each other and then get kicked out after the game, more entertainment for me, go for it. Throw the gloves down, take the helmet off, loosen up the basketball jersey. I don't care. Untie the cleats on the soccer field. Let's make it happen. I think that anybody who thinks that we should be eliminating hockey or hitting from hockey is
real quick, Tony.
A moron. Yes, go ahead.
What's a fight in soccer gonna look like? Like slapping? Like what are we talking?
I would assume it would be slap boxing, but if they want to make it so that there's some kind of form of actual contact rather than somebody getting blown on and then falling over like they just broken their arm, I'm all for it. But to even suggest that hockey, like to have a thought process, what would hockey look like without hitting? Fucking boring. There's your article, it's over. You don't need to write anything more. Like, why is there this urge to take away what makes some of the sports the most entertaining part about it? Listen, these people are making a crap ton of money so that we can be entertained and watch a competition. Why are you taking away some of the part that's the entertaining aspect of it? I don't understand this. When did this happen and when did it become a thing? Are we going to start watching cricket matches?
No, because lacrosse is still violent enough.
They're going to... What would hockey look like without hitting? What would lacrosse look like if we gave everyone bigger pads?
Highlight.
Yeah, but highlight's even more dangerous. More people die in that sport than any other sport.
Because you're getting hit in the head with a ball.
Yeah.
At close range.
You're in an enclosed room. I get it. But the fact that this is even a thought process to somebody who has the audacity to call themselves a sports writer is it's insulting. It's insulting to the reader, and I do not stand for it.
What would hockey look like without hitting? Speed skating with sticks.
Seriously. It would look like... You want to know what it would look like? We've already done it. It was that outdoor roller hockey league that they had going on in the 90s. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, there was God damn it. It was like beach roller hockey or California beach hockey or something. I don't know. It was stupid. There's a bunch of people on rollerblades playing hockey, street hockey. That's what it was.
That sounds... really stupid.
That's what hockey without hitting would be.
Well, hopefully we never have to find out what hockey without hitting would be.
I hope that guy gets fired.
I do want to talk about this NFL helmet rule. Have you guys been watching preseason? I know last week you didn't watch any.
I mean, vaguely.
Yeah, I was watching a lot this week.
Did you watch the Minnesota-Jacksonville game?
Parts of that. I didn't catch the whole thing.
So... one of the players for the Vikings got penalized on roughing the passer because he used all of his body weight. First of all, when was that ever a rule?
That's not even part of the rule.
Second of all, how can someone quote-unquote use the entire weight of their body when he's on his knee right before he makes contact?
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure a regular tackle uses all of your body weight. That's kind of tackling 101.
Yeah, I mean, my poem this week was about that. And it's really frustrating because I was watching that Vikings-Jaguars game. I watched the entire game. And the broadcasters were like, we have no idea what is a good tackle anymore. I thought that was a good tackle. Apparently it wasn't.
Well, the Giants are investigating one because it looked like they wanted a ruling from the office because it looked like it was a clean sack and then it ended up being flagged. What I can say that I know about this from reading it, the referees have been instructed to every time they feel like the helmet rule could be warranted to throw the flag regardless. Because I guess the NFL's point is to collect all these hits, break them down, and then do like a teaching seminar to be like, okay, this is what constitutes that flag, this does not. And they're trying to get as much interpretation as they possibly could to narrow the line down before the actual season. They wanted to do this in the preseason for this reason. So we're seeing a lot of flags that should not and will not be getting called in theory in the regular season. We'll really know what this means for the way games are officiated in the first 2-3 weeks, I think.
Hopefully, but it's not even just that lowering of the head penalty. Like I said, there was that stupid using the entire weight of the body for roughing the passer. I don't remember which game it was, but I wanted to throw my remote through the TV because they called an offensive pass interference on a player who the two players got their legs tangled, and then as he was falling, reached out and pushed the DB, got back up, caught the ball where he was, and then was pushed out of bounds a few yards later. What? It's pass interference now to extend your arm when you're falling? Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
I'm with you, but it's not like the NFL referees haven't been ridiculous before. This just gives them a whole nother realm to be ridiculous in.
Well, the argument before that people were making, and I thought was a stupid argument, is, oh, well, now that we're going to have full-time referees, the games will be better. No. That's not, like, I made the argument when the NFL was like, oh, referees will be better because we're gonna pay them better, it'll be full-time. No, referees will be better when you tell us what a fucking catch is.
The referees being full-time is a good step, but there needs to be a collective training and overseeing and breaking down of plays called. There has to be a review process where refs are all on the same page, because the worst part comes down to, like, you see something happen in one game and it gets called, and then in another game later that day, same exact thing happens and it's a different call now. Or no flag at all. Like, so how do you guys come to this common ground and where you're determining these calls? Because one referee's view is almost kind of like an umpire's strike zone now.
Ridiculous.
But it's at the discretion of the individual, which players may have to start looking into. Like, what referees are out there? What can I get away with? What should I be careful of? Because I know this referee has a tendency to reach for in pocket.
Hey, man, that's real close, Gene. Can you pull out that index card again?
Yeah, we won't need that fucking problem.
No.
But don't worry, if any referee does that, you'll be rewarded with the Super Bowl.
Exactly. I just was really frustrated watching, and I shouldn't be, watching football. Why am I getting frustrated, especially when the games don't involve my team? Like the Cowboys, it's not a regular season game. Cowboys didn't win. Cowboys didn't lose. I didn't watch that game. I'm talking specifically about the Vikings and the Jaguars. Why was I getting frustrated watching a game between two decent offenses and two great defenses? Why was that frustrating?
Because of the referee's impact and their decision making.
Exactly. Sucks. They took the college targeting rule to a whole nother level.
Well, like I said, I don't know that this is going to be the frustration you're going to have to deal with all year long. They're excessively throwing the flags for, as far as they're concerned, a reason. How that works out, we won't know until the first couple of weeks. First week, depending on how it goes, there's going to be a drastic overreaction because that's what us armchair quarterbacks do if it goes badly. If it goes with not many getting called, then you're not going to hear about it. But once we have a good sample size 2-3 weeks in, I feel like we'll have a better idea of how this rule is actually going to affect the play of the game.
We'd better. Cause
I mean, I don't totally disagree with it. I think that there should be something there for someone who's leading with the crown of their helmet. Because Ryan Shazier made that abundantly clear that you're not only putting the person you're hitting at risk, you're putting yourself at risk.
Exactly.
So there has to be something
That's
back.
a good point.
So it's necessary, but I don't want it to have an effect in the game so much that it becomes, as you're saying, games that you don't necessarily care about makes them unwatchable.
Exactly. Exactly, because at the end of the day, football is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertaining. We're supposed to be enjoying watching whatever it is that we're watching. And it's just not. Sitting there, like, anytime I see a hit, being like, oh, that's going to be a flag. Oh, that's going to be a flag. Oh, that's going to be a flag. When it shouldn't be. All right, so I guess my rant, that's it. I'm done talking about that before I just flip the whole damn table.
That would not be productive for anyone.
It would not be. I mean, the table needs to get upside down sometimes, but... Anyways.
Yeah,
Well, you're not a Buffalo fan, so you can't light it on fire and then jump through it. So.
Bullshit, I can't.
I mean, he can, but it just seems out of context unless you're in the Buffalo Orchard Park parking lot.
See, listen.
Right.
Anyone would be hammered.
The three of
Obviously, you don't. Nobody jumps through a flaming table sober.
Kane has.
Okay, nobody does it for free sober.
Oh, okay, good point.
Let me add
Which,
a
by
caveat.
the way, congratulations to Kane, a.k.a. Glenn Jacobs, on his victory. He is now the mayor of Knox, Tennessee.
That sounds about right.
He is the mayor. Kane is the mayor of Knox, Tennessee.
That sounds accurate.
Yep.
I thought he was born in hell. Oh, never mind. I guess they don't have that requirement.
Listen, I mean, Cincinnati is part of the United States.
Yeah, I guess.
No, he is from South Africa, so he can never run for president. But
Good to know.
he is currently the mayor of Knox, Tennessee. So what's this conference we like here, Tony?
Oh, that would be the Big Ten.
And why do we like it here, Tony?
Because it is the best conference in college football.
And why are you speaking truths here, Tony?
Because, quite frankly, the commentators that do college football analysts on TV won't do it.
SEC.
Yes.
You can imagine what I was doing.
Well,
Well, you guys got to see
look
it.
no further than Paul Feinbaum. That guy sucks.
His show, he's so boring, first of all. His show is terrible. I mean, I get it's an SEC show.
He looks like the kind of guy you'd expect to be reading book reviews on a Sunday morning radio show that no one's listening to.
Yeah. So,
Like sipping tea.
listen, I understand if you're designated to work with a certain thing, that you obviously have a penchant for them. You obviously have a bigger connection to them than you do, say, the Big Ten, the Big East. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Big
but
East.
but even that being said, it happens from people like Kurt Herbstreit. I understand that he's a little bitter that he wasn't very good when he was in the conference, but come on, dude, you're a Big Ten homer. Can you combat this SEC love fest in some way, at least a little bit? I understand that you're not going to change the color of the pool, but at least dilute the water, man.
Listen, he is the biggest Ohio State homer I've ever come across.
I understand, but he could do a little bit more for the Big Ten as a whole. Because at the end of the year, you want to know what happens? When we get selected to bowl games, I'm rooting for anybody who is in Michigan that's in the Big Ten. I don't care. I want every Big Ten team to win, and I want Michigan to lose.
Well, what about Rutgers?
Sure.
What?
I
cannot accept
don't
that.
care. I want Big Ten to win every single game. I would prefer them to go 16-1. The one loss obviously being Michigan.
Who's playing in 2 games?
Actually, it works out perfect.
What 2 teams are playing in 2 games? Penn State, Ohio State, both in the playoff.
Exactly. First one wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, to be honest with you, the best way would go is if it was 15 or 14-0, and Michigan just didn't happen to make a bowl game.
So
That would be
Illinois
ideal.
make a bowl